Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to have a discussion on NGT Act 2010, that is National Green Tribunal Act 2010. So first of all, let us talk about its establishment. How it is established? It was established in the year 2010 by an act. So that is the reason NGT can be called as a statutory body. If we call a body as a statutory body, then it means Parliament has passed a law to form a body for some purposes. Then we're going to call that body as a statutory body. Now the question arises, why there is a need to form National Green Tribunal. Earlier what happens, before 2010, Supreme Court takes the cases regarding environment. But what happened is, there is a huge pendency of cases in front of the Supreme Court. So already a burden on the Supreme Court. So that is the reason why there is a need to form a new tribunal which will deal the cases with regarding to the environment. So disposing of the cases regarding environment, so that is what NGT has to deal with. Talking about the background, India became the third nation after Australia and New Zealand where this particular kind of law has been introduced in such a country. And India still is the first developing nation who has introduced one such law which is dealing with the environmental concerns. Talking about the benches where sitting of the NGT takes place, there are total 5 places in India. First one is Delhi, which is also its main bench. Second is called Pune. Third is Bhopal. Fourth is Kolkata. And fifth is Chennai. So talking about the composition that it has, it consists of chairperson, some judicial members and some experts members. And together they form minimum number of members are 10 and the maximum strength is 20. So this is the maximum strength and this is the minimum strength that NGT consists of. Talking about the appointment of the members of NGT, then chairperson is appointed by the central government in consultation with the CJI, that is Chief Justice of India. But if we talk about the other member, that is judicial members and the expert members, then there will be a selection committee which will be appointed by the central government, and that selection committee is going to appoint the members of the judicial and expert members. And talking about the tenure, their tenure is 5 years and they are not eligible for reappointment. Talking about the power and the jurisdiction, then we need to understand on which principle NGT works. So there are two principles at which NGT works. First one is polluter pays. I'm going to tell you what actually this means. And second one is natural justice over the Civil Procedure Code 1908. The power given to National Green Tribunal are from Civil Procedure Code 1908. But this is not compulsory and this is not bounding on National Green Tribunal that it will going to work on Civil Procedure Code 1908. It will mainly work on natural justice. What does it mean? It means environment is the most important concern for NGT. And what does this polluter pays means? Now let's say I have an industry and that industry is regulated by someone or is owned by someone. That means he is the owner of that industry. Now let's say this particular industry is causing pollution in a certain place. That means the case will be taken to NGT, and if NGT favors or passes a judgment in favor of the environment concerned persons, that then polluter will have to pay. It means the owner of that industry will going to pay if any cause happened to the environment. So this is what the principle of polluter pays simply means. Now as we know that National Green Tribunal have been given the power of civil cases. That means if we talk about the fines, then fines can be divided in three categories. The first category is in terms of the money. That means if polluter has caused certain damage to the environment, then he had to pay a fine up to 10 crore. Second, he may be termed to a jail terms of 3 years, or he has to be faced with the both, that is fine and the jail term. Talking about the laws that National Green Tribunal draws its power from, so there are six laws in all. First one is Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1974. Second is Forest Act 1980. Third, Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1981. Fourth, Environment Protection Act 1986. Fifth, Public Liability Insurance Act 1991. And sixth, Biological Diversity Act 2002. So these are the six laws where NGT draws its power from. Now if we move further and talk about landmark judgments that National Green Tribunal has given. So first such case was in the year 2012. In this case, there was a company, POSCO Steelmaker Company, and Odisha government. There was an MOU signed between both of them, and a steel project has to be there in Odisha. But NGT nullified this particular MOU and gave a decision in favor of the local community. So that was one such famous case in the year 2012 given by NGT. Talking about the another case that was also in the year 2012, and now this time it was about Almitra H. Patel versus Union of India case. In this case, NGT has ruled that open burning and landfills will not be allowed and will not be tolerable because it amounts to a huge toxic gases seeping into the atmosphere which are hazardous to living beings. Now the third case that happened in the year 2013, and it was about Uttarakhand flood case. In this case, Alaknanda Hydropower Corporation Limited had to pay to the petitioners because of the losses that happened in 2013 Uttarakhand flood. Then next, if we talk about in the year 2015, all the diesel engines vehicles which are 10 years older, they were banned in Delhi. This was also a judgment that was passed by National Green Tribunal. Next, if we talk about, it was in the year 2017 that Art of Living festivals near Yamuna floodplains were banned. Next again, it was in the year 2017 that a historic judgment was passed by National Green Tribunal, and this time it was about microplastic. A microplastic is called is a type of plastic which is of a size of less than 50 micron. So these plastics were banned even, and because they were causing deaths in animals. So far these 6 judgments are the landmark judgment that has been passed by the National Green Tribunal. Here 2 more points that need to be noted. First, that is Supreme Court. Only Supreme Court has the power to review the judgments of NGT. And second, sometimes High Court has also issued writ to the NGT because it has its power of writs, of issuing writs under Article 226 of the Constitution of India. So that is why High Court has also reviewed some of the NGT's judgments. So that was all about NGT, that is National Green Tribunal. Thank you.